Welcome back to Johnny Builds, where this week I'm going to show you 5 items every shop needs, but probably doesn't have. Each one of these items I'm going to go over is available on Amazon right now, and they're all under $20. As a matter of fact, the most expensive item on this list comes in at just over 18 bucks. I'll have affiliate links for all the items I'm going to show you in this video. They'll be down in the description below. Again, each one of the items on this list is something that you can use in your shop, in the garage, or even your home. But I'm guessing you probably don't have it. Let's dive right in with number 1. This Japanese-made Shimwa Saddle Square is made from machined aluminum. It's lightweight and extremely accurate. Trust me, I've tested the square against some other 45 and 90-degree squares that I have in the shop, and this thing is spot on. This is my go-to tool for transferring a mark from one side of a workpiece to that perpendicular face, whether it be a 90-degree mark or a 45-degree mark. I use this thing all the time, whether it's on wood or on steel, on plywood. This thing is awesome. Now, the Shimwa Square, like I said, is made in Japan. It's got metric measurements printed right on there, so those are gonna be millimeters and centimeters. Sometimes I'm making a set of legs and everything is going to be identical, so those measurements transfer from one to the next, and that's where those printed metric measurements come in handy. Of course, if you live outside the US, then you're already good. I rarely use the measurements. It's more the layout features where this thing really shines. Now, this Shimwa Square comes in at $17, which is a bargain for something that is extremely well made, really accurate. As a matter of fact, if this thing was anodized red and came from a company that started with W, this probably would cost about 60 to 80 bucks. So at 17 bucks, this is an absolute steal. It's a great gift or stocking stuffer for that woodworker in your life. Okay, moving on to number 2 on the list, and this one is one of my personal faves. As a matter of fact, I've got 3 of these. I stash them all over the shop, so I always have one on hand. It's the Gerber Prybrid X multi-tool. The X stands for X-Acto because this thing has a number 11 X-Acto blade on it. This is the most expensive item on the list, coming in at just over $18 currently on Amazon in this black and OD green colorway. There's also a silver and blue option. I have that one too because I have to have every single color, but that one's a couple dollars more expensive, and plus I think this one looks better. This is one of my most used tools in the entire shop. It's super small, so it's easy to slip in your pocket as part of your everyday carry shop gear or for just life in general. The Prybrid has a retractable X-Acto blade, and the action to open and close it is super smooth. I also keep a package of extra blades on hand, so I always have a sharp utility knife ready to go. You just slide the blade up to the next detent once it's open and pull back on that spring lever to release the old blade. The Prybrid also features a pry tool that's great for opening paint cans or cans of finish. I use mine a lot for trimming tape lines and cutting tabs on pieces that come off my CNC, as well as a ton of other uses. Again, this is the perfect gift or a stocking stuffer. It's great for everyday carry in the shop or in life, and I've got that link down in the description below. Okay, coming in at number 3 is something that's often overlooked, but could be the most important item on this entire list. I'm talking about a first aid kit. I picked up this 299-piece first aid kit on Amazon for right around 16 bucks. It has everything you need to dress a small cut or tend to a minor burn, and it's got a couple pain relievers in there as well. Take it from me, I manage to nick myself all the time in the shop, and being able to quickly bandage up and keep working is important. And I keep mine in my tool cabinet in a drawer all by itself, so I know right where it is in case of an emergency. And while this is for smaller cuts, This is also useful for a more serious injury. Let's say you cut yourself and it's something that doesn't require a tourniquet, but it's pretty bad and you need to get to the hospital. You can dress that wound long enough to get to where you can get the proper care. Again, this awesome little first aid kit is available on Amazon for 16 bucks. Every shop should have one of these, period. All right, moving on to number 4, and we've got Shims. That's right, Shims. Definitely not the most exciting thing on the list, but these are super handy, and I make sure I always have a bunch of these around the shop. Like I said, I use these for a ton of different things, and my favorite are these color-coded shims made by Handy Shims. The Handy Shims come in these 4 different color-coded thicknesses. We've got these blue shims, which are a 1/4 inch thick, these white shims that are an 1/8 inch thick. The red ones are a 1/16, and the green ones are a 32nd. I also picked up a box of these color-coded shims from Broadfix. This is another option. These are good, but I don't like them near as much as I like the Handy Shims. But I'll also link these down below if you want to check these out as well. These are about $1 cheaper than the Handy Shims. I like how the ends of the Handy Shims are beveled for working them into tight spaces. So for instance, I use these most often when I'm building cabinets and attaching the drawer faces. I know a lot of you out there like to use the playing card method, but personally, I've never liked that method. I'd rather start with my 1/8 inch spacing on drawer faces and doors, and then I can further even them out with 16th or 32nd inch spacers to get it exactly where I need to be, get that nice tight fit, and kind of hold it in place as I get those attached. Also, the Handy Shims come with these score lines that make them easy to snap apart for smaller applications. For example, when I installed the desk that I just built recently into our office at home, the floor wasn't perfectly level and it was sitting on carpet. You can break them off small enough where they're hidden underneath that leg and you don't even see them. Now my shop floor is also very uneven. I've got things all over the shop that are shimmed up with my Handy Shims. I always make sure I have some on hand. I buy more when I need them. They're nice and cheap. They come in these packs of 40. And there's a bunch of other applications for these shims that you might need that I don't do all that often, such as shimming drywall up off the floor or spacing tiles apart. Again, Handy Shims, they're my favorite. I've got a link down below. They come in at just over $11 on Amazon. All right, we're on to number 5, the last item on this list, and probably the most versatile item on this list, and that's 3M VHB tape, and I've got it in this 1/2 inch roll. You know that extra sticky tape on the back of a command strip that holds up way more weight than what seems possible, but then peels away with ease when you're ready to take it down? Well, that's 3M VHB tape, and this stuff is crazy strong. Plus, at a little over $6 per roll, it's super cheap and really easy to keep on hand at all times. Now, VHB tape is a foam core double-sided tape, and I first started using it in the shop to fixture items to my CNC bed, and it works great for that application. It's great for quickly attaching a template to a workpiece, or for template routing a piece, attaching items to the wall, and just a ton of other uses. I like to use it when I attach drawer faces on cabinet work. The VHB tape is strong enough to hold the drawer face in place while you pull it out to permanently attach the drawer face with screws. And I can go on, but you get it. This stuff is awesome. Get yourself a roll or two of VHB tape, and I promise you, you'll find a ton of uses for it all around the shop and in your home. Again, there's a link for that VHB tape down below in the description, along with all the other items I mentioned in this video. They're all affiliate links, and when you purchase through those links, you help support this channel without any additional cost to you. Also, like I mentioned, I've got 5 more bonus items listed down in the description. They didn't make the cut for this video, but they're all items that I love and use around the shop all the time, and they're all under 20 bucks. If you're new to the channel, make sure you get subscribed, and if there's anything else that you would add to this list or change, let me know down in the comments below. As always, thanks for checking this one out, and I'll see you back here next time.